Alright, real quickly about that Jets-Bills game. I saw parts of the second half. Really not interested in that bullcrap game. The Thursday night games. It's not good. I mean, teams seem sloppy because they had the short week. They seem like they might be tired. And I don't know. I'm not saying it needs to stop, but it does make for some fairly ugly football. And as for the game, pretty much what I expected. You know, lots of field goals. You know, the Jets coming out with the victory mainly because of a good running game. Sanchez made a couple mistakes, but nothing too costly. And Darrelle Revis was the only thing I cared about in that game at all. Revis, that dude's a player, and it's fun to watch him. It really is. But, yeah, bad game. Uninteresting. I don't know. We got Philadelphia at Atlanta to kick things off tomorrow. No way it's gonna happen. I mean, the Chris Redman, Jarius Norwood show. I guess it's gonna be. Looks like Turner's not playing. We know Ryan's not playing. That's too much to overcome. I think Atlanta's sunk. You know, they're not that great a team anyway, but I think they're sunk with all these injuries. It's too much. So 12 confidence points in the Eagles. St. Louis at Chicago. You know, Chicago's really bad, but you know what? I mean, there's no way they lose this game. I mean, the Rams, that's a team they should be able to get quarterback pressure on. Should be able to run the ball for once Cutler should be able to get away with making stupid decisions because the Rams secondary outside of OJ Atogwe is pretty bad. So, yeah, I'm going to say 13 confidence points in the Bears. I feel good about that one. Detroit at Cincinnati. This feels like, you know, secretly the Bengals haven't had big offensive games this year. You would think they would, but really other than the Bears game, they have problems. Palmer has not had a 300-yard game this year, I don't think. Benson's only averaging 4.2 yards a carry. They don't make big plays. But I think their defense will be enough here. I don't know what we're getting with Stafford because he's obviously not playing healthy. And it feels kind of like a lock here. Cincinnati just needs to, you know, take care of business and they will win the division. So it's all theirs. 16 confidence points in the Bengals. Tennessee at Indianapolis. I can't do it, guys. I don't want to pick against the Colts until they lose. When I see them lose, I'll feel like they might be able to do it in other showings. But it's really hard for me to pick against a team that has done nothing but win this season. And, you know, the Tennessee thing, it's cool. They, you know, they put together this great run after starting 0-6, but their defense has not impressed me. You know, I know obviously they've won 5 games in a row, but even in this 5-game winning streak, really the defense hasn't been all that impressive. I see no reason to believe they can stop Peyton Manning. I just don't see it. 7 confidence points in the Colts. It is a rivalry game, so I want to be a little cautious there, but realistically, I have a hard time seeing it. Denver at Kansas City. Watch out for this one. Denver's record in Arrowhead over the last 18 years is like 1-17. They don't win in Arrowhead. Almost always. And you know what? I say they're going to do it this year. The stakes are high. They have to show up. Have to win. Really, I think the playoffs are in their hands so long as they, you know, beat the Chiefs twice and beat the Raiders. And those are easy, fairly easy wins. So I think they do it. 10 confidence points. New England at Miami. Miami's probably going to play them tough. They usually do. I expect a close game, but you know, New England being embarrassed like they were last week, no way they lose, right? 8 confidence points in New England. Oakland at Pittsburgh. You know, it's kind of easy to unleash hell when you're about to play the Raiders and Browns. I'm just saying, I mean, yeah, sure, I guess, but Yeah, they probably will unleash hell against Oakland. 15 confidence points in Pittsburgh winning. I'm a little. The only reason I didn't go 16 was because I'm not a huge fan of Roethlisberger coming off a concussion. I mean, we've seen this before. Ben has tried to play right after a concussion before, and the results were not pretty. But I think they'll win anyway, no problem. But I don't think it'll be like 55 to 10 or anything ridiculous like that, simply because I'm a little worried about him coming off the concussion. New Orleans at Washington. I've heard all the red flags about weather, but remember, Drew Brees played at Purdue. He knows how to play in cold weather. So even though the Saints have a little bit of a poor record in cold weather, I'm not going to take that too seriously. I'm going to pick New Orleans 9 confidence points. Tampa Bay at Carolina. Oh god, this game sucks. Okay, 5 confidence points in Carolina, I guess. You know, I really want to pick Tampa. I really do. I mean, Carolina's, they're bad. But, on the other side, you do have the Josh Freeman thing. But I still think John Fox is a much better coach than Raheem Morris. And ultimately, that's why I'm going with it. 5 confidence points in Carolina. Houston at Jacksonville, 1 confidence point in Jacksonville. That team, they are a little bit of a paper tiger, but Houston just has no heart whatsoever, and I can't tell you what to make of them right now. They panic. They get leads, they play well, but then they panic and they lose. And looking at Jacksonville, they're good, but are they? But it's ugly with them. It's always ugly. You never feel very good about them. So I'm going to go with 1 confidence point in Jacksonville. Sure, why not? San Diego at Cleveland, 14 confidence points in San Diego. This is the perfect kind of game where it'll just be like 60 to 3. So I think it's going to have a ridiculous score, like, you know, maybe not 60, but it'll be like 48 to 3 or something like that. 14 confidence points. Dallas at New York. God, I don't know what to do. You know, I am taking the December thing seriously. I really do when it comes to this Dallas team. I really do think they are going to struggle in December until they prove to me otherwise. But, you know, New York's obviously not playing well. God, I don't know. Something. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna pick Dallas. Screw it. I'm picking Dallas. 4 confidence points, I guess. Sure. God, that's a tough one though. That's actually an interesting game. I have a feeling like if Dallas loses this game, that's gonna be a sign to me they're gonna fall apart and miss the playoffs. If the Giants lose this game, I think they pack it up and they won't make the playoffs. So it's big, hugely significant. Alright, what else do we got? Seattle at San Francisco. San Francisco at Seattle. 2 confidence points in Seattle winning. Sure, why not? Well, let's see. What do we got late? Minnesota at Arizona. Sounds like Warner's a game time decision. If he plays, I assume he's going to be a little groggy, and that kind of does it for me. And I think Minnesota's the better team anyway, so I'm going to go with Minnesota, 11 confidence points. I feel like even if Warner is 100%, I think Minnesota would win. I think they're the better team. And lastly, we got Baltimore at Green Bay. I'm going to go with an upset here. Upset. Baltimore. I don't know, just a funny feeling. Green Bay's won 3 in a row. Baltimore needs to win, kind of. Lambeau, I don't know if it means what it used to mean. That's actually an important game. Don't sleep on that one. Don't ignore that one. That's a good game. Green Bay 7-4, Baltimore 6-5, I think. Yeah, okay. Baltimore sounds good. I kind of like that as my upset of the week. And that's it for me. So I'm out. I know this pick thing was a little uneven this week, but I'm trying to watch basketball at the same time, so there you go. Alright, I want to watch the end of Blazers Rockets, so see you guys later.